What family tradition did you discover was hiding something darker? When I turned 13, my grandpa sat me down and explained the Whitmore family tradition. Every kid had to spend their 13th birthday alone in our basement, light a single candle, and wait until it burned out completely. No phone, no flashlight, no nothing. Just you and the darkness. It's how you talk to your ancestors, he said with this serious look. Been happening for generations. Your dad did it, I did it, your cousins all made it through just fine. My older brother Jake had done it 2 years earlier. When I asked him about it, he just shrugged and said it was boring. You sit there for like 3 hours, candle goes out, you come upstairs. Big deal. So when my birthday came around, I wasn't scared at all. The basement was just a normal basement. Concrete walls, water heater in the corner, boxes of Christmas decorations stacked everywhere. My family gathered upstairs for dinner while I headed down with my single white candle. I lit it and sat cross-legged on the cold floor. The flame cast weird shadows on the walls, but I figured that was normal. Then the air got really cold, like unnaturally cold. I could see my breath even though it was July. That's when I started hearing the whispers. At first I thought it was just the house settling or maybe voices from upstairs, but these whispers were right next to my ear. Soft, breathy words I couldn't quite make out. I tried to stay calm. Maybe this was part of the tradition. Maybe everyone heard weird stuff. Then came the knocking. 3 soft taps from behind the water heater, then 3 more. I stared at that corner, watching the shadows dance. The knocking got louder, more urgent, like someone was trapped back there trying to get out. "Don't trust them," came a voice, clear as day. I nearly jumped out of my skin. This wasn't my imagination anymore. Someone was talking to me. A kid's voice, maybe around my age. "They lied to you," the voice continued. "It's not about ancestors. Get out before it's your turn." My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the candle. The flame was flickering now, getting smaller. Part of me wanted to blow it out and run upstairs, but I'd been told never to blow it out myself. Had to wait for it to die naturally. "Look behind the furnace," another voice whispered. This one sounded different, younger. "Look what they did to us." The candle finally went out. I bolted up those stairs faster than I'd ever moved in my life. My family was in the living room watching TV, all smiles and congratulations. Mom hugged me and said I was officially part of the family now. Dad ruffled my hair and asked if I'd learned anything down there. I wanted to tell them about the voices, but something in their eyes stopped me. They seemed too eager to know what happened, too interested in my answers. That night, I couldn't sleep. Those voices kept replaying in my head. Look behind the furnace. The next morning, while everyone was at work and school, I snuck back down to the basement with a flashlight. I squeezed behind the old furnace and found a loose brick in the wall. When I pulled it out, there was a hollow space behind it. Inside were photos, old Polaroids of kids I didn't recognize, all around 13 years old. They looked like family members, but I'd never seen them before. At the bottom of the pile was a newspaper clipping from 1976. The headline made my blood freeze. "Local boy vanishes after family birthday ritual." The article mentioned Jason Whitmore, age 13, who disappeared from his family's basement during what relatives called a coming-of-age ceremony. I found more clippings. 1983, missing teen last seen in family home. 1991, police investigate disappearance of Whitmore child. Each article mentioned the same thing. Kids going down to the basement for their 13th birthday and never coming back up. The most recent one was from 1998, a girl named Rebecca Whitmore. The photo showed a kid who looked exactly like my cousin Sarah, but Sarah was alive and 25 now. I confronted my parents that evening. At first, they laughed it off, said I had an overactive imagination, but when I showed them the newspaper clippings, their faces went white. Mom started crying. Dad just stared at the floor. "How many?" I asked. "7, Dad whispered. "Over the years, they just never came back up. Where did they go? We don't know." Mom was sobbing now. The tradition was supposed to be harmless, just sitting in the dark for a few hours, but sometimes kids would go down and we'd never see them again. "And you kept doing it?" Dad looked up at me with tears in his eyes. "We convinced ourselves it was just bad luck, that maybe they ran away. We couldn't accept that the tradition itself was killing them," I finished. The house felt different after that.